Happy Monday, everyone. I hope that you are ready for another week and that you had a wonderful weekend. Sometimes weekends are slow and it's ready to get on with a new week. Sometimes it's full blast and then you're not ready for a new week, depending where you are. But I hope you're having a beautiful day. So, what I wanted to bring up today is actually a response to um, the post that I shared in the weekend, which basically was a live coaching. Well, it was recorded, but it was a coaching with me. Basically, I was coached by my coach, Rich Litvin, and I shared behind the scenes with all of you. And it's about how I reactivated my mission that seemed to have been buried for a bit. And as a result of that, I've had so many messages coming in, feeling so inspired that it kind of reactivated so many of you. And reactivation is super, super important. If you are watching me live, please let me know where you are listening in from. If you are listening to a replay, just put replay in the chat. I love to engage with all of you. That's the whole point of me showing up here. It is a way to engage with you, get to know you better, for you to get to know me better. And the driver that I believe that when we are closely connected to the mission that we're on, it can differ. It can be different, on a regular basis, but to be connected really makes a huge difference. So anyway, one of the messages that I received in this after this post was I felt inspired and I decided to recommit to my mission. And then she wrote out very clearly what her mission is, which is a very important mission for this world. And I was thinking about that. How do we really connect with the feeling of what's being on a mission feels like? So today I'm very shortly going to give you a way of doing it. And it is about storytelling. It's to go back to a mission that you once have had, that you remember so vividly that you can share it with anyone, that you're talking about it. And what I invite you to do is to think back about something that you were driven by, that you were on the move for, and nothing could stop you no matter what. So think about that. Which stories from your past best illustrates a mission you were so deeply engaged in that nothing could stop you? To give a very short story about me, I will never forget that one. I think I was 14 or 15 and I was in class and I noticed that one of our teachers was constantly, I wouldn't say necessarily bullying, but he was sarcastic to a certain group in the class, and he made other people laugh over this group, and that got to me so much that I decided to go to the principal. And I went to I literally raised up from the room, left my class. I went to the principal room and I reported what went on. And that became a very important part of my brand. Um, I was known after that to be a person that no matter what would stand up for people who was less fortunate, no matter what. And the consequences was actually also to be kind of called out by the teacher. And there's a lot of things happening in such a situation. But that drive that I had, there was nothing that could stop me. And I remember after that, some of the other in my class of the hip ones, they were making jokes about it, and I felt good about that. And that uh, drives me to think about who was I being in that moment when I just decided to go in there and do it no matter what. Well, I embodied a person, a version of myself who was determined no matter what. I was confident and trusted myself and not my abilities. Um, well, I trusted my ability to pick up on other people's pain and what I felt was unjust. So I was confident because I had full trust in myself, even though I was a young adult and this was the principal, right? And I was going to literally call out the teacher. Um, I was brave and I was vulnerable. I was vulnerable because I shared something and I did not know what would come my way. And according to what Brenda Brown is talking about, vulnerability is willingness to share without knowing what is going to come back. So I can say that, okay, these are the things I was embodying these things. I was embodying being brave and courageous. I was embodying determination. I was embodying confidence, which means trust in myself, that no matter what, I will be able to do this without knowing what will come back, right? So that is for me going back and thinking, who was I embodying? And the third question is, how does these stories make you feel? And how can they be used as fuel for the mission you are on now or when in transition between missions? So when I'm thinking about this story and other stories that I have collected, because it's very important for me to dive in and reweigh constantly my mission. They make me feel alive. They make me feel like I'm focusing on something on the outside instead of focusing something on the inside. I feel inspired to go out. I felt inspired to go on this live today because I thought, what am I going to share today? So instead of stepping inside and thinking, oh, I'm tired today, I flipped it around. So this is what I want to ask you as well. Thinking about if you feel that I'm missing a mission, I feel that how can I really find my mission? Let's go back to that point where you were doing something that it was a no matter what. It doesn't matter if you got in trouble or not, but it was a no matter what for you. It was like that deep anchor thing that this is my thing. I'm going to do it. Whether that means I'm going to choose to go to this kind of school and not of this one that my parents are suggesting, or if it was in a corporate setting where you decided to fundraise for something no matter what, if you were going to do it on your own and be the only person in the party that you created for fundraising, you would still do it. I'm after that piece. So, with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. And I'm curious what shows up for you, what makes you inspired. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Monday. And I will see you again tomorrow.